And I believe the voice of women right now is going to be manifested with great power. This is, before there was ever a Haman, God had already prepared an Esther. The issue is not whether or not God has prepared people. The issue is when their time comes, will they risk their lives to take responsibility for the calling for which God put them in? In other words, you may have to risk your reputation if you're going to shift history.
But I had 3 supernatural confirmations that the Lord was saying to us during the elections. I want to give you mercy, not judgment. And there is a root of mercy that you can tap into. And so I felt like this word that was given to me by another lady that I read today is appropriate. So she says, I was in Washington, D.C. for Trump's inauguration, and on Saturday morning, which would be the day after, I was leaving my hotel when the Holy Spirit began to share this with me. He said, indeed, a root of mercy has been tapped into. And because of the root of mercy, which is a covenantal thing, by the way, it's God's covenantal mercy. Now a root, R-O-U-T-E, which is sometimes pronounced route, sometimes root, like Route 66. Now a root, R-O-U-T-E, of mercy has been formed and being tapped into. This root, R-O-U-T-E, this way, this path, will show you where you are to spend the new currency of mercy, which is immeasurable, the word says. Along this route are many surprises with sharp turns, steep and smooth grades, and turbulent as well as perfect weather conditions. I'm charging leaders to reveal and guide my body to and throughout this route of mercy. Now, next paragraph says, along this route, R-O-U-T-E, you will see the First Lady, Melania Trump, arise as an Esther for those without a voice. She will be a champion against injustice. She will plead with the king on behalf of those she is assigned to represent, the unborn and the trafficked. The scepter is extended to her, for it pleases and delights the Lord to do so. Her voice will be the game changer in the war against injustice. She is a dark horse of sorts, but will become a front runner. Her husband, President Trump, will take on and help shoulder her burden from the Lord because her favor with him is profound and deep. Holy Spirit is tendering her heart and will visit her while she sleeps. The lioness in her is being awakened. He went on to say, the Lord is leveling the media mountain on this route, R-O-U-T-E, on this route of mercy created by a root of mercy. That's my explanation. There has been twisting of the truth under the deep, dark, murky waters by the Spirit of Leviathan. The Lord has grown tired of this and is cleaning the polluted water, bringing clarity and transparency so that truth may arise and be seen. There's a great and powerful uncovering taking place. Unruly and wicked media giants will be brought to their knees in a day, for his ruling victorious sword is being unsheathed. Now I'm just going to add this, and then I'm going to bring you up here, Lou. Okay, so you're going to be up here in like 1 or 2 minutes. When I pulled this out of my briefcase, because people give me things all the time on the road. I get just words handed me all the time. And the timing isn't always good. Sometimes it's right before I get up to speak, or the meet and greet, and I'm close to get up to speak, and somebody run by and hand me something. So I just shoved it in my briefcase, and as I typically do, and look at it later. And I forgot about it, and I didn't see it until this afternoon. But when I read this, it was just a minute or two after Jane Hammond, a prophet in Florida, had texted me and said, do you think you know who the 5 giants are that you had the dream about, that God showed you knocking out these 5 giants over America through the Appeal to Heaven prayer movement to the Evergreen, Everlast? Some of you know that story, some of you don't. Do you think you know who they are? And I said, well, I think maybe I know who some of them are. But she said, well, I think one of them is media. And I think God's about to take out one of these giants and bring them down because they have become indoctrinators and perverters of truth rather than true journalists. I don't know if we're going to go there tonight, Lou, but I'd love to pray that God tears down this evil influence that is coming into our nation through a liberal, some of them, let's face it, lying media. I'll play Donald. Lying media. So what's happening is they're shaping the minds of a young generation that don't get their information anywhere else. And they've just about shaped now a generation. And we're going to have to have a move of Holy Spirit